everyone, me again, just popping on to show you another tutorial. We did this one the other day with the smaller sort of wallet style album in Winnie the Pooh papers. I just wanted to pop on to show you how to do the bigger style one and add some pockets in with it. So I'm going to dive straight into it because obviously my videos don't last very long. So you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure, anyway I had my sticky note on here somewhere, 2 of these pieces that measure 12 inches by just a tiny little bit underneath 4 inches. Not even a 16th, it's just a little bit under 4 inches. And you need 2 pieces of these, and then you need to pop them in your scoreboard and score them at 6. Okay, fold them in half. And then round, I tend to like to round my corners. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I round the corners then for that one as that one's going out that way. And then round the corners for that one as that one's going out that way. Okay, so that's that one. Then you've got your big 12 by 12 piece of paper. So you're going to need 1 whole sheet of 12 by 12. Again, go for the colour that you would like to go for. I'm using Disney Villian papers today, so that's why I'm going for this lovely pinky colour. Right, so on the 12-inch side, like this is all 12-inch, you need to score at, let's get this in the right way now. Is that the right way? Yeah. So you've got, the first score is at 3 3/4. Second score is at 4 inches. Then you want to score it at 8 inches, and then you want to score it at 8 1/4 inches. So that's 3 3/4, 4, 8, and 8 1/4. And then you want to turn it around, pop it in the scoreboard that way, and then you want to score at 2 1/2 and at 9 1/2. Okay. So those are the 2 cardstocks that you're going to need. Then I'm going to grab my pencil because you're going to need to do a little bit of cutting here. So I'm going to move my scoreboard out of the way. Right, so we want this sort of section of the mini album, okay? We don't want this bit. We don't want that bit. We don't want that bit. And we don't want that bit. Okay, we also don't want, I don't know if you can see this, but when you've scored, you've made a sort of a 1/4 inch score line here. We don't want this score line included either, so that can come out to 2, and that one, I'll go right down to the score, and that one, and that one. Right, so I'll cut one with you. It's up to you how you cut it. You can use your trimmer, you can use scissors, it depends on how, obviously, on how straight you cut. I've sort of started to get a little bit better at it, so I tend to cut with the scissors, but it's up to you as well whether you want to fold all the sides or cut first and then fold. Well, I'm just going to cut first, okay? So you want to take out this section here and your score line here. Okay, so that is the piece that you're going to want to have to take out. So you see the score line there? So you've actually taken out that whole score line. Okay? Because you don't want that in your album. You just want the score line to be this part of the album. Alright? So if you want to go ahead and then cut the other 4 panels out, I'm going to pop you on pause. I'm going to cut them out and I'll be right back with you then, okay? Okay, so you should have something that looks very much like this now. So you can go ahead and fold all your score lines if you haven't already done so. So this just forms the base of the mini album. And like I say, you've got the little 1/4 inch sort of gusset there to hold the album so you can fit lots of goodies in. So like that. Fold that one, and then these ones fold in. So if you can remember on the last one, we didn't have these little side flaps here, because what we're going to do with these is we're going to turn them into pockets. So what I tend to do first beforehand is to punch out a little thumb hole so that you can pull your pockets out easy. So I'm just thinking how much is it? So I've got a little circle punch. This is what I use all the time for any thumb sort of, and I just sort of eyeball it. I'm not I'm not fussy on anything like that. Just eyeball it, pop in a little on that side, and a little on that side. Okay, so then what's going to happen then is these pockets are going to go like, let's take the sticky note off here, like that on there, so that that creates a pocket. Okay, and you can put tags or whatever in there. So before you do that and attach the pockets, you might want to mat your flips. So I have got my papers already here. Okay, for these flaps on the side here, the measurements for these ones are going to be, when I can find them, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, so that one, where's my sticky note gone off that one now? Middle, back, top, top, bottom, bottom. Right, for some reason I've lost my sticky note. Oh no, I've got it. We're all good. Right, so for these flips here, you're going to, well, this is all again based on how much border you want around the edge. Now I like to leave 1/4 of an inch around, just so that you can see the paper. Some people like to leave 1/8. It's entirely up to you. So my papers measure 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so pop those on. Like I say, bearing in mind that you probably won't need a full size one of these for this one, as half of that's going to be covered, but I'll just probably go ahead and sort of stick that on because I'll be using wet glue anyway. So yeah, so decide where you want your papers to go, and I would just mat the flaps for now. I'll do that now on pause, and I'll come back to you and show you what we've got from there. Okay, so I have also I've only done the one, but I've also matted the pocket pieces as well. These pieces measure 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, I'll pop all the measurements down below as well, okay, for you all if you don't remember any of them, so don't worry, I'll pop them all down in the description box. So I've matted them. I have matted them the same paper as my one that's going to go underneath here. You don't have to do that, that's entirely up to you. Again, you don't have to do the thumb notch either. It's entirely up to you, okay? So I will just show you how to attach these pockets, all right? So you want to make sure that your pocket piece is like this, okay? And then what you want is use I would say use a red line tape, a thin one, or liquid glue, so that you don't get your sort of things stuck inside. Sometimes the red line sticky tape will do that, but it will give you the stronger hold. So it's up to you what you use. Again, I tend to go with the liquid glue, just so it gives me a little bit of sort of wiggle room with it. So I'm just going to try and get in a little bit closer here. So you want a thin line of glue when it works to come down the side and this side. Okay, so that creates your pocket, and you also want to close up the pocket, so you want a bit this side as well. All right, there. And then you want to make sure that it's on the right side. So that's how it's going to be. You need to make sure your paper's, if it's in any direction, that you've got it in the right direction. And then you just want to grab the piece of paper at the flip and then just line it up as best as you can. Obviously, the straighter you can be, the better. And you want to get it up to as far as the end as possible. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for a little bit a minute because it's liquid glue, and these papers have got like a sort of a glossy finish, so you want to give it that little bit extra to dry. That's if you're using sort of liquid glue, I would say. Alright, so you just want to sort of go over your edges with a bone folder and then flip it out, and I would do the same on this side then. Okay, and the reason I told you to cut these under just under 4 inches is because sometimes this is 4 inches. So if you do it just under 4 inches, it means that you're not going to have any overhang on this side, and that will show when you are closing the album up. So again, that's entirely up to you, but that's how I sort of worked it. So this piece is just a little bit smaller than this piece then. Okay, so that flaps over there, and that goes over there like that, and you've got a nice closed edge. See, again, just make sure that this doesn't come up open. It shouldn't do. All right, and then away to go. Okay, and then you can pop your tags. I've made some tags, so I'm going to have that one there and that one over the other side. Okay, so I am going to do the other pocket in exactly the same way, so you can watch me do that one if you want to. Just do that quickly. Right, so you always have issues with glue when you're filming. It's a pain. That's why I don't tend to stick to any other glue, because I've always found the Tombow will sort of come out straight away for me. Whereas other glues, I've always found they're a nightmare. You've always got to stick a pin in them and things. Anyway, okay, so that's glued on the 3 sides then. And then we just want to place this one down. Lining it up as straight as you can. Obviously it's handmade, so if you're a little bit off, it's no major. Okay, give that a big burnish down. Okay. Right. And that side and that side. And make sure this side is closed properly. Okay. And that's your folder that side then. And then that can go in there. Okay. These tags, I've just done them with my Stampin' Up! Tag Topper Punch. Just put a bit of ribbon that matched the paper. So that's them. They fold over. That folds over there. That folds over there. Then you got that. And that comes over there like that. Okay? So for the... let's get on my measurements now then, okay? So for the top covers, you're going to need a piece of design series paper that measures 6 3/4 by 3.5. So you need 2 of those, one for this side and one for that side. Then for the bottom panels, you're going to need the same, 6 3/4 by 3.5, and that's 2 of those pieces again, because you've got 2 sides. And then your middle panel is going to be 4 by 6 3/4. And your back panel on the other side, flips everywhere, is going to be 6 3/4 by 4 again. Okay, and so you'll need a back panel and a middle panel. Alright, now bearing in mind, I'm going to close mine up using Velcro dots. I'm running out of magnets, so If you did obviously use magnets, you'd have to bear in mind that you need to put your magnets down first on these before you close them. So I am going to pop all of these pieces of paper on. I'll come back to you and then we'll do the pocket then for this bottom flap here, okay? Okay, so all my pieces are covered now. So just going to show you the bottom pocket. This here, I've just used the same colour as the base colour, and I'm just going to keep it like that, I think, and I'm just going to decorate it up. So all you need for this is a piece of cardstock that measures 1.5 by 6 3/4. Okay. Now you can use designer series paper, you know, you can use the same paper and have that coming in like I did, you know, like very similar to here. I mean, you don't have to have this colour. I just like the matte style of it anyway. And I think this colour goes really, really well with the paper. So pop this on them. We just want some glue. I'm going to be pretty generous with the glue because it's a pretty big pocket anyway. So I'm going to make a bit of a thicker line. So you want to pop your glue on the edge, 3 edges, 1, 2, 3, and then line it up with the, I haven't put that on very straight, but line it up with the actual paper that you've put down. There, and there, and there you have it. Nice little pocket there. So again, I'm going to give it a little bit of time to dry because it is glossy paper, which I've just found out now when I try to put my Velcro dot on. I tend to generally put a little bit of glue on the bottom side of the dot, but of course, because this paper is so glossy, it's sliding all over the place. So, so yeah, so I'm going to give that a burnish with my bone folder. And it doesn't matter if any glue seeps out, it's all dries clear anyway, so we're all good with that. Okay, so that's your pocket then, and then I've made some, I just made a little match here with the Evil Queen from the Snow White. I just popped it onto a little bit of green card, onto black card, so that can go in there nicely. Obviously, you've got to be mindful that you don't want anything to come above this, because when you close it like that, it's not going to close properly. So you've got to be be careful of what you're putting in there. So I made a couple of small tags there and that one there. So they can go in there. And then that one just folds up then on itself. In my other ones, I have done before a belly band that comes across there, which you can put other sort of designs underneath. And tags and things like that. So that's entirely up to you. Again, you just need a piece of paper, cardstock that went across there. Again, I think that would be 6 3/4 by 1.5. I would generally do, or maybe 1 inch. And like I say, then you can put stuff behind there. I'll decorate up this pocket now. I'll just show you the flap. So there you've got one there, one there. That closes over there, that closes over there, one flap there with the pocket, that flap there, that closes over there. And I had a little bit of an issue here. I maybe put this a little bit too close to the edge. Can you see there? It's pulling away a little bit, but it's fine. It's just because the papers are so heavy as well. I possibly could have done that a little bit straighter, but it's no major. And before I go any further, I wanted to tell you that this page here, you will find out now, if you are doing it with me, that this height is not 4, it's 3 3/4 if you want to leave a bit of a gap. I don't know where I got the 4 from, but it's 3 3/4. But I'll pop all of those measurements down below. So yeah, so that goes there like that, that goes there, that goes over there like that. And then I pop my glue, my Velcro dot here. So that closes nicely there. And there we are. So you got that side there. See, that's pulling away from there now. And that side there, I'll tidy that up now. In a minute. Okay. So I will pop some decorations on it and come back to you in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to be really quick because my battery's just decided to tell me that it's really low. So I've covered this like this. I'll probably decorate it up a little bit better with some gems and things. But I just wanted to quickly show you. So that's the top page. I don't look evil, do I? I'm not mean, just passionate. I love that saying. I'm not mean, I'm just passionate. That's me all over. So there you've got those two open up. There you've got your pocket page. And I just put Baddest of the Bad and Cruella de Vil and Captain Hook. You've got your tags and some pictures in there. Then this one opens up. And you've got your pictures there with the tag. That one opens up. And there with the tag. And like I say, you don't have to do a tag. You can do anything you want. Put anything else you want in it. It's entirely up to you. Then that closes a little bit like that. And there we are. It is a little bit bulky. So you might want to take some of the tags out of things. But you have to bear in mind that these papers are really thick. So depending on what you want to put in there, obviously try and keep everything as flat as you possibly can. But yeah, so that's that. I was going to give these away. So if you managed to stay with me all the way to this point, thank you. So I made this one the other day and I've made that one today. So all I'm asking you to do is, if you want to give this video a like for me, a thumbs up, pop in the comments below. I have been talking about doing kits. I'd just like to know what everybody's style is, or what everybody would sort of like to see in a kit, so I can get some sort of ideas of what to put together. So yeah, so if you just pop a comment in the comments bit below, just pop in what you would like to see in a kit and what you would like to make, whether it's one of these, a shaker holder, a mini album, whatever, and some of the styles that you would like to see. I would really appreciate that. And like I say, I will put your names in, whoever's commented, I'll put your names into a hat and I'll pick one out, and you can have these two albums then that we've done together. And I'll do that on Monday, alright? So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'm going to leave you there now because my camera's about to die on me any second. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.